Hey, what's going on, guys? Bot Mentality here. Today we're going to be showing you and walking you through my Litecoin trade from today. It was a Litecoin to USD on Coinbase. It was a pretty great trade. We'll talk a little bit about it. And I ended up profiting a total of $481.20 from this trade. And so we'll be able to let's talk about it a little bit. I can kind of show you how I did it and what I saw before the trade, during the trade, what I was thinking, and then of course why I took profits where I did. And you'll also see how I could have made more if I would have held. But that's always how it works out, isn't it, guys? So let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, so first thing you need to know about Litecoin is it mirrors Bitcoin. So normally I will watch the Bitcoin chart and use the Bitcoin chart to time my entries and exits for Litecoin, but then I'll look at the Litecoin chart just to look at basic support and resistance. On the 4 hour you can look back and see that we had support here around the 105, 108, 110 area back here in February. So I'll look back at the Litecoin chart, place orders here, but really if Bitcoin accelerates to the downside, I'm looking to move my orders down on Litecoin and etc. So what did I see for this Litecoin trade? Well, first things first, I looked at the Litecoin chart, and if you'll notice, Bitcoin bottoms out around the same area. But I looked back in February and I saw that there was a low here at 105, another low right here at 110, that area. So there's support back in this area right here. And also you can see back even further, back here in December, there was a lot of resistance that turned into support at the 105. So 105 is a big area. So that's step number one. That's the first thing I saw. Number two on Litecoin is I saw the increased price action to the downside. You can kind of see how we've been getting steeper and steeper, especially since we accelerated here. I'll back this to the 5 minute. We accelerated right here, which was the beginning of the 29th, or towards the end of the 29th. We had accelerated to the downside, and this is where I was looking into this, was to start building my position, anticipating a bounce off the 105, really honestly the lowest for this move, up towards the 120s. So that's what I was looking for. So what did I do? I went ahead and set some orders on Litecoin right into here. I'll just kind of do is play by play. So you kind of see we pulled back here. We're at the 120s right now. And so what I went ahead and did is set orders when I saw this increased volume right here starting to come in. And I see the speed up in price action. I see us approaching the 105, the 110 support. I started layering my orders. So I went ahead and put an order at for 30 coins at 115 and 30 coins at 110. Now I had many more coins at 105 if it did hit 105 to really size in. But turns out we didn't actually hit that on this pullback. I'll be looking for that next time. So I put an order at 115. As you can see, we're starting to make lower lows, and so now I'm thinking we had this lower high we rejected off the 124 here, which if we go to Bitcoin, you can see that coincides with the pushback off the 7600 and pullback. Let's come back to Litecoin. So we had this pullback here off the 124. I'm saying, okay, let's see if we crack 120. We did crack 120 here after a bounce we rejected this high, pulled right back. Now we're down to 118. Pull back into 116. Now we had a push up here. I'm not freaking out over this again because the volume wasn't that significant. Okay, you got to keep an eye on the volume. And so what happened? We ended up coming right back, coming right back. And this retest here, this high, if you had bought into this, well, as soon as you saw this retest fail, that was the time to exit there on the 5 minute. But we had a pullback, and it kept coming back here. And you see we had a huge push up here to 125, and that failed. Now during all of this, I didn't make any trades. My price target was the 115, the 110, and the 105, and I left them there. When I saw us make higher lows up in here on the 5 minute, I was not freaking out. I was not FOMOing in. I was waiting for the price to hit my target. So I'll speed it up a little bit here for you guys. You see the price, we had the price decline right here, and actually this is where I got hit at the 115, right into here. Right on the 29th, that's when I got hit. And so now I'm hoping it goes lower so I can increase my size. And I had a feeling it would with how the Bitcoin price action wasn't looking strong. We weren't seeing any huge bull volume. I had a feeling we'd continue lower. So as the trade evolved, we pulled back even lower, and here we're coming up on 110. As you can see right in here, we did hit a low of like 109.70, a precise low of 109.27. And this is on Coinbase. This is where it triggered my 110 order. So now I'm really getting excited because now I have my average of $112.50 is my new average, as I did 30 coins at 115, 30 coins at 110. And now I'm just sitting here saying, okay, are we going to hit the 105? Will we hit the 105 before we get the huge push? As it turns out, we didn't. So what happened was I went to sleep after my fill at 110 and woke up into this right here. And so I saw that we were at 118. I saw we were approaching this high, and we had a lot of consolidation up here that would act as resistance. So I said, you know what? I'll just go ahead and take the profits here at the $500 mark. So I went in and put in a limit sell at 120.50, and sure enough, I got out on this candle when it spiked through it right there, and we hit it. I just took my profits and walked. It pretty much was a $500 nap, to be honest with you. But as you can see, which is just the funnest part about trading, if I had held for another 10 minutes, I could have made a lot more money. I could have made a lot more money, another $200 some dollars, if I had sold into this, or at least scaled out my sales. But it's what it is. It's what it is. As you can see, I'll zoom out here, go back to the 15 minutes, and you'll see that we had that huge push up here. Up into that resistance. I was looking at this high here, but as you can see, this high was the one that was in play, and it pushed through it, pulled back, made a higher low, and now we'll see if it can retest the high and hold those gains. But that was it. That was the trade. It was very quick. It was stress-free. The most I was ever down during that was $150. It sold for what, 480. So that's over a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, which is really what you want when trading. You want to keep an eye on the risk to reward ratio, and that's what in this trade it played out very nicely. If we would have hit 105, it would have been even nicer, because that was where all my size was at the 105. But we didn't hit that this time. I'm not going to FOMO into this. Let's wait and see how this consolidation, how this turns out here in the next couple hours and days. For me, really, I'm keeping an eye on the 4 hour, looking for the RSI to get oversold under the 30 again, and also on the 1 hour, I'm keeping an eye on this to come back and retest these lows here at 110, which is when I'll be looking at that 105 area to play out next time. So that's it, guys. That was just the trade I did here on Litecoin. Kind of stalked it all the way down, and then finally went in there and nailed it. And that's what you have to do. And it's nice to sit in cash because you don't have to worry about stress. You can just wait for the next opportunity. I didn't buy in up here at 160 and I'm just holding. You know what I'm saying? I saw an opportunity here into the prior resistance that was on the chart this whole time. The prior support, I should say, here at the 108, 105, 110 area. Played that, and we got a little bounce here, took profits and left, and that's it, guys. So that was my trade. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Here are my entries and exits, my fills for this. Don't mind the title, but this is where I got filled up on Litecoin when I took it off, and then it turned into a pretty nice day with a profit there at 481.20. And I love GDAX because you don't have to pay fees. So that's it, guys. Remember, again, it's about mentality, and just remember to trade like a machine. That's all it takes. All right, have a good one, guys.